Hey guys, it's TRX Master Instructor Amy McMullen, and today I've got a 30-minute total body beginner level strength workout for you. All you're gonna need is your TRX suspension trainer and maybe a mat for the floor work if you're on a hard floor. You can keep your water nearby, and yeah, we'll get started shortly. We've got a squat and a lunge for your lower body. We've got a push and a pull for your upper body, and a few different core moves to kind of challenge those abs. I know that we all want strong abs. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got 4 rounds for you today. I'm gonna introduce the exercises in the first round, and then each consecutive round, we're gonna add some variations to show you what all you can do with your straps, all right? Let's get warmed up. And then if you are tracking this workout on a fitness tracker, go ahead and hit go on that bad boy. And we're gonna start off with some TRX squat rows. So your straps need to be mid-length. You're gonna stand facing your anchor point with your arms straight and a slight lean back. We're gonna take our tailbone down to the floor by bending the knees, straighten the legs to come up, and then pull yourself into a high row by pulling your elbows back. So tailbone toward your heels for a squat. It's a little hack squat. Pull your chest to your hands and your elbows wide, okay? So 1 squat, 1 row. The spine is staying straight the whole way through, and you are in charge of how far down that hack squat goes and how much you can pull those shoulder blades together in the back. Let's go to our forward lunge. So we're gonna face away from the anchor point. We're gonna do a forward lunge with a Y fly, meaning your arms are going overhead in a Y shape. Palms are down at shoulder height, feet are together. Step forward with 1 foot, drop your back knee towards the floor, and then press up and step together. Other side, step up forward, arms go to a Y shape. You drop your back knee towards the floor, and then you drive up through that front heel to come together. So we're just alternating legs. The back knee doesn't have to go to the floor, but you do want it, as soon as that front foot hits, you want the back knee to go straight towards the floor. So kind of a vertical movement there, straight down and back up. We're gonna do some rollouts. This is going ahead and get our abs turned on, our core warmed up to be able to support our spine. So arms are out in front of you. You're gonna come up on your toes and straighten your hips. If anybody's got a shoulder issue, offset those feet. You're gonna raise your arms, your hips are gonna come forward in a straight line until you feel your abs, and then lower the arms to bring yourself back up. If you feel good without that front leg, take a nice wide stance and then take your time as you cruise out. I always say find your shaky spot. So when your abs are kind of like, ha, then you're gonna, that's your limit, and you're gonna come back from there. So arms out and then back in. We've got a wide hip hinge. This is one of my favorite warm-up moves and also stretches at the end of the workout. We're gonna face the anchor point, take the feet wide, and then shoot our arms towards the anchor as we hinge from the hips. So a hip hinge means you got a straight spine, a big hip bend, and a little bitty knee bend, okay? So you don't have to stay locked out in the knees. Flat back, tailbone points to the back wall as you hinge forward, and you can press down in those handles to kind of help you back up. Now, depth is up to you, and it's gonna depend on how flexible your hamstrings are or aren't, but you wanna try to keep that flat back all the way forward and all the way back up, okay? So we're gonna get into our first round. We've got squats, lunges, biceps, triceps, and a standing plank. We're gonna start first with a squat with a heel raise. So we're facing our anchor point. We're gonna stay mid-length here. Elbows at our sides with our straps tight, feet slightly wider than our hips. I want you to bend at the hips, drop the tailbone towards the floor in a little squat. As you straighten the knees and hips, turn the palms down and take a little heel raise here. So you're pressing those hands down into the straps. Relax the arms as you squat back. Straighten the arms and press down as you come up and heel raise. So drop the tailbone towards the heels. Straighten the knees and hips. Come up to the toes. Drop the tailbone back. Straighten the knees and hips. Raise up on the toes. Arms relax at the bottom. Arms press down at the top. We'll do one more. Squat, heel raise. All right, so we're gonna take alternating step back lunges here. So I want you to put your feet together in line with the anchor point, Straps are tight with your elbows at your sides. If you know balance lunges, you can go ahead and go to those, but let's get our step back lunges down before we move ahead to that. So I'm standing with my feet together. I'm gonna step back with my right toe. As soon as that foot's in contact with the ground, I'm gonna go straight down to the floor and then use my arms to pull me up. Other foot. Step back with the toe, drop the back knee straight down, depth is up to you. Use the arms to help pull you back up, okay? So it's a step back, you drop your back knee. I always say drop your knee like you're gonna propose, and then you're using your arms to pull you back up to the top if you want that help. Now, you're trying not to pitch forward at your torso, so I always say eyes forward and head up like you are balancing a book on your head, all right? Let's go to our triceps. So we're gonna lift one arm up to face away from the anchor point. You're gonna extend your arms out in front of you with your palms down and your hands at eye level, all right? Now, the handles are gonna rotate, so let them move with you. Up on your toes, again, you can offset the feet if you'd like, straight hips. I'm gonna bend my elbows to point them forward. My head is gonna come to my hands, and I'm gonna press my arms straight to bring myself back up. Point the elbows forward, knuckles come to temples, and then you're gonna press your arms out to raise yourself back up. If you're good with that stance, you don't need that forward foot, you're gonna take a nice wide stance and continue just bending the elbows forward and straightening the elbows. Now you should feel the back of your arms, those triceps. You should also feel your abs. So if your hips are coming with you and they're not staying back here, you'll feel your core just as much as your arms, which is the best thing about the straps. Turn around and face the anchor point, TRX bicep curl. We're gonna turn our palms up, walk in so your knuckles are right next to your temples, elbows pointed forward, straighten the arms to lower the body, and bend your elbows, pulling your head towards your hands. Straighten the arms to lower the body, pull your hands in to your head, so elbows pointing forward. Now, if you feel like you've got to roll up or you've got to lower your elbows first to pull up, you might be too deep in your angle, so walk those feet further away from the anchor point to lighten the load. If you feel like you can do more, you're not really feeling your biceps, this part just yet, then hold yourself up in the curl, get a little bit closer to the anchor point, and you'll be able to feel a little bit more resistance there, okay? So TRX standing body saw. We're gonna lift one arm up to face away from the anchor point, and you're gonna slide your forearms through the foot cradles, okay? So the bottom parts of your straps here, these are your foot cradles. Parallel forearms, I say karate chop hands here. You're gonna stand on your toes, straighten your hips, and you're gonna slide your arms, you're gonna saw them forward and back. So you're raising your hands kind of up toward the sky and then elbows close to you. If you don't feel anything there, get a little bit deeper. Every time your feet get closer to the anchor point, it's a lot more body weight against gravity, so it's harder resistance. Get a little bit deeper if you want. So remember, the lower you go, the harder it's gonna get. So those abs and those shoulders are gonna be doing some more work here. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so those were your core exercises. Core meaning kind of like foundational ones. Squat, lunge, push, pull, plank, all right? What we're gonna do now is we're gonna build onto those, okay? I'm gonna give you some different variations, some harder options. Take them if you want them, leave them if you don't. So round 2, we're gonna start with our squat and heel raise. We're gonna do a triple pulse at the bottom of the squat to give those legs a little bit of a challenge. So standing facing the anchor point, elbows at the sides, feet a little bit wider than the hips. Lower in your squat, we're gonna take a pulse. 3, 2, 1, stand up, heel raise. Almost fell forward. Relax the arms. 3, 2, 1, heel raise, straighten those arms down. Heel down to the floor, press up, heels back, 2, 3. Now, if you've got any knee issues and this is bothering your knees, sit back on the straps a little bit. 1, 2, 3, like you're sitting in a chair. Pull yourself up and you can do the heel raise from there. 3, 2, 1, heel raise. Good. You're trying to get your body weight back up over your feet. This time we've got balance lunges. So it's the same position as that step back lunge. We're just gonna not touch our back foot to the floor. So feet all the way together. We're alternating legs in line with the anchor point. Elbows at your sides with the straps tight. Step back with one foot. Go ahead and put the foot down here. The knee is dropped towards the floor. Pull those arms tight because you're going to need the arms to hold you up, and hover that back foot without moving the rest of your body. Pull yourself up and step together. Same thing, other foot. Step back, pull with the arms. Don't move your body. Lift that back foot. This is your balance lunge. So now don't put the foot down at all. Drop the knee but hover the foot. Pull yourself up with the arms. Drop your knee back, hover the foot, pull yourself up with the arms. Now, if this is too much, go back to your step back lunge. If you feel good about this, go ahead and speed up a little bit. Rest. Okay, we're going to our TRX chest press this time for our pushing move. I want you to tilt your barrel lock. We need long straps. Tilt the barrel locks with both thumbs to release the straps and pull them long. Then lift one arm up to face away from the anchor point. Palms are going to go down at chest height this time, slightly wider than your torso. I'm going to turn my pinkies down a little bit, and we're going to bend the elbows like we're doing a push-up, and then straighten the elbows to press us back up. Bend the elbows, lower the chest to the hands, straighten the elbows to press us back up. So from the side, I'm taking my whole body in a straight line, so it's like a standing plank, and I'm lowering it down, trying to keep my hands in the same spot and trying to keep the straps hovered just above my arms. All right, so this is like a push up in the air. Remember, forward, feet away from the anchor is easier. Feet closer to the anchor is tougher, a lot more body weight there. TRX bicep curl, we need to go back to mid-length. So I'm gonna tilt the barrel lock, pull the adjustment tab to those mid-length marks where the black and gray meet. And then I'm gonna find my end range. So palms up, walk in, knuckles to temples, straight hips. Now, walk your feet close to the anchor until you feel a good amount of resistance. Straighten the arms to lower the plank. Pull the arms, pull yourself back up by bending the elbows, pointing those elbows forward, and keeping your eyes on the anchor point. Now, if I were to see you here in person, I want to see a straight line from head to heels. Now, with your feet on the floor, it does not matter if your toes are up or on the ground. That's going to depend on how deep your angle is. What matters is that you're keeping your body in a straight line at the hips, and you're keeping those elbows up on the table the whole time. All right, we're going to go to the ground. So I need you to tilt your barrel locks, pull those straps down to mid-calf length. Okay, handles at the bottom of your kneecaps. We're gonna put our toes in the foot cradles. So grab the foot cradles, lay back on the floor, pull them towards you. You're gonna stick your feet up through the bottom and then cross one foot over the other to turn over onto your torso, onto your stomach. Parallel forearms on the floor. You're gonna flex your feet and straighten your legs to pull yourself up, okay? Straighten the legs here. Breathing, breathing, breathing. If you need a break, lower the knees, but we only have 3 seconds left, and rest. We're gonna do another one of those in just a second. I'm gonna shorten up my foot cradles because I forgot to do that before we got started, but I'll do the other one in a second. Second plank coming up. I'm gonna teach you the body saw if you don't already know it. So it's the same plank position, parallel forearms. Go ahead and kick your heels back. Straighten the knees. Now, if the plank was hard enough, stay there. If you want more with the body saw, you're gonna saw yourself back and forth. So heels towards the anchor, head towards the wall in front of you. Heels towards the anchor, head towards the wall in front of you, and relax, all right? Kick out of there, and we're gonna stand up for round 3. I'm gonna go ahead and shorten my straps, my foot cradles a little bit so that I can push my heels against the handle. We're gonna stay at mid-calf length for the rest of the workout unless I tell you to. So we're going back to that squat. This time, we did our pulses last time. We're gonna stay low the whole time and go from squat to lunge, squat to lunge. So elbows at your side, drop your tailbone back in your squat, stay down here, step back with your right foot, step into your squat. Step back with your left foot to your lunge, step into your squat. So we're staying low, and we're just going from a lunge to that squat position. Lunge to squat position. Now, if you want to make it harder, balance lunge to squat. Balance lunge to squat. You're trying to stay as low as you can to feel those legs doing some more work. Elbows come out and back into you on each one of those lunges. And rest. Shake your legs out if you're feeling that. This time we're going to take some crossing lunges. We're going to start stepping them, and then we're going to add that balance factor in as we go. I'm facing my anchor point. My elbows are at my sides. I'm breathing hard because I'm trying to talk and work out at the same time. So I'm going to step back with one foot behind me on the corner. I'm going to drop the knee so it crosses behind my ankle, and then step up and together and switch legs. Step back on that toe, drop the knee so it's crossed behind the other ankle, step together. So this is your stepping, crossing lunge. Okay, so now if you want the balance, drop the knee but don't touch the foot. There's a lot more upper body involved in that so you don't fall over. Your arms are going to reach out a little bit and then pull right back to your sides. The knee crosses your ankle, and then you stand all the way straight, straight knees, straight hips after every rep. Relax. We're going to alternate a chest press with a tricep press. So we're going to face away from the anchor point. Now remember, the chest press, the hands are low. The tricep press, the hands are high. And you can probably handle a different amount of resistance for each one. So let's start with the chest press. Palms down at chest height on your toes. Do one chest press, bending the elbows out to the sides. Now step forward, palms down at eye level. This time bend the elbows forward for that tricep press. And then step back, hands to chest height, chest press like a push-up. Step forward, hands to eye height, bend the elbows, point them forward, and then come back. So chest comes down towards your hands, elbows to the side. Okay, knuckles come to your temples, elbows point forward. Hips are straight the entire time, so you should feel your abs just as much as you feel your arms and your chest. Okay, rest. TRX bicep curl, last set. We're going to turn our palms up. We're going to alternate our angles a little bit here. So we're going to do 2 reps at a medium angle and 2 reps at a deeper angle. It's going to be great. Go ahead and get excited. Palms up, knuckles to temples, step forward. So 2 reps here. Straighten the arms, pull the knuckles to temples, straighten the arms, pull the knuckles up, hold. Take a little step forward, deeper angle. Straighten the arms, pull up. This should be harder. Straighten the arms, knuckles to temples, back up, little bit lighter angle. 2 bicep curls here. Hold at the top, step forward. 2 bicep curls here. If you find that you've got to dip your elbows down or jut your hips forward, it might be too deep of a step. Remember, the bigger the step, the bigger jump in resistance. 2 medium angle, 2 reps, deeper angle. Whoo! Hopefully you feel those guns. Now we're going down to the floor. Our straps are already mid-calf, so go ahead and get your mat out. We're going to learn a single leg crunch. So we need to get our toes in, grab the foot cradles, lay back, put your toes up through the bottom, and then cross one leg over to swoosh around and lay on your stomach. So we've got a TRX single leg crunch. You can do this from your hands if you want. I'm going to do mine from my forearms. I'm going to kick my heels back on the handles, straighten my knees up, lift my hips just barely, pull one knee in, and then straighten back out. Pull the other knee in with a little hip lift, and then kick the heel back on the handle. Knee in, kick the heel back, knee in, kick the heel back. Okay, and rest down. TRX crunch is next. We're going to pull both knees in at the same time for 20 seconds. So again, you can do this on your forearms. If you'd like to come up to your hands, you can do that too. I've got a wrist issue, so I'm going to be a little janky with this hand, but same positioning. Start on all fours. Kick the heels back so that you can straighten the legs all the way. Nice strong plank. Now hold this if that's all you can do. Crunch Both knees come in, kick the heels back. Little hip lift as the knees come in. It lowers back to that plank as you kick your heels back out. Rest. Kick out of there. I like to do a little booty wiggle. And we've got one last round. So we're going back to that squat. All right. We got 20 seconds. If you can take a drink in 20 seconds, do it. If not, we're almost done. We've got about 9 minutes left of this workout. So we're going to finish this last round and then go to our stretch. It's going to be lovely. We're going to do a single leg squat into a balance lunge. So single leg squat, elbows to your side. I'm going to stand on my right foot. I'm going to send this leg out and I'm going to squat just on this one leg. So tailbone back, single leg squat and come up. Now I'm going to take my free leg back and I'm going to shift back in my arms to the balance lunge and then pull myself up. I'm going to kick this left leg forward. You can put it on the floor if you want. Single leg squat, you hinge forward at the hips. Then I'm going to send that leg back, balance lunge at the back. So my chest comes forward in the squat, my weight stays on my foot. Then I use my arms to lower myself, drop the knee, and pull myself back up, all right? All that on the other leg. So remember, with your squat, you hinge forward, the hips drop down to your knees. With the lunge, the body stays tall, and you shift back, head staying over your hips. So it's two different positions here. Elbows at your sides, straps tight, left foot center with the anchor. So right foot is off the floor. Like I said, you can touch it if you want that balance. Sit the hips back towards the heels, straighten the knee and hip to come up. Take that right leg back, step or balance into that lunge position, and then come back up. So squat out in front of you, drop the tailbone back, stand all the way up, drop the knee back this time, use the arms more, pull yourself to the top. Kick that leg out in front of you. Drop the tailbone back for your squat, stand all the way up, drop the knee behind you for the lunge, stand all the way up. When I say stand all the way up, I mean straighten the knee and the hip together so you get that full contraction. All right, TRX bicep curl. Our push is gonna happen on the floor this time, so we're going right into the curl. You're gonna turn your palms up. You know this move now, we've done it a few times. This is the last time we're gonna do a light, a medium, a heavy, and then back it up. So palms up, step in, eyes on your anchor point, light angle. Straighten the arms, bicep curl up, pause. Little step forward, medium angle. Straighten the arms, bicep curl up, pause. Deep angle, straighten the arms, might be harder. Bicep curl up, and then walk all the way back to where you started. So light angle first, straight hips. Straighten the arms, curl, step forward. Straighten the arms, curl and hold, step forward. Straighten the arms, curl, hold, and then walk it all the way back, okay? We got 1 rep left, probably. Okay, so we're going to the floor now. Straps are already mid-calf length. We're going to a push-up on the ground, all right? So my mat is down. I'm in line with my anchor point. I'm gonna grab the foot cradles. I'm gonna lay back, stick my toes up through the bottom, and then cross one leg over the other to turn over. Now, I want you to come up onto your hands and knees. Level 1 push-up. Everybody shift your hips forward until they're straight, and then you're gonna bend your elbows. The chest is gonna come between the hands, and you're gonna press all the way up. If you are a pusher-upper on your knees, stay there. If you're a pusher-upper on your toes, straighten the legs, and you're gonna come there, all right? We're gonna do more of those in a second, but I just wanted you to get your chest warmed up for a second. Now we're gonna go back to that TRX crunch. So you can do it from the hands, okay? Both knees are gonna crunch in and stretch back out, or if you've got wrist issues like me, you're gonna do yours from your forearms, okay? So get your elbows under your shoulders, parallel forearms, straighten your knees and kick your heels back on the handles to come into that plank. For your crunch, lift your hips and crunch your knees in, kick the heels back to the anchor. Lift your hips, bring the knees in, kick the heels back to the anchor. I want straight legs because those leg muscles will help your abs hold your body up, okay? The stronger that you can be in that plank position, the easier the move will start to be because more muscles are helping you out. All right, last move, atomic push-up. 1 push-up, 1 crunch is 1 rep. That push-up can happen from your knees or from your toes. So here's your level 1. Push up from the knees, bend the elbows to lower the body, come back up, then kick up to your plank, heels back, do 1 crunch, straighten back out, and lower the knees and start over. So 1 push-up, 1 crunch, reset. If you can do full push-ups, do a full push-up. So you're here, 1 push-up, 1 crunch, and then keep that rocking. Keep going. I can't do any more with my wrist. 3, 2, 1. Rest. I don't know about you, but I'm sweaty. We're going to get ready for our stretch. So you can move that mat out of the way. Everybody grab a quick sip of water. I think you've earned it. I'm going to get my hair out of my face. Wipe the sweat off my nose. All right, and we are going to get ready for our chest stretch. So grab your straps. You're going to lift one arm up to face away from the anchor point, and we're going to open up that chest. So put your arms out in front of you, turn your thumbs up towards the sky. Hands are about chest height. You're going to take your shoulders up and then roll them back and then walk forward. So straps are pulling your arms back behind you. So if I come towards you, okay, arms are coming out. I'm looking forward. I'm not leaning on my shoulder joint. I'm just letting the straps pull my arms back as I go, okay? This feels really great across my chest and even in my biceps. All right, rest. From here, we have a low back stretch. We're gonna add some rotation. It's gonna feel marvelous, all right? So relax your grip a little bit. Walk back so your arms are straight. Feet are about hip distance. I'm gonna drop my tailbone back away from the anchor point and just hang here. So this is the low back stretch. You can stay down here the whole time, or you can stand up to kind of let your grip relax and then go back down. All right, from here, if you want more, we're gonna add some rotation. So my ankles are relaxed, my hips are the furthest thing back. I'm gonna bend my left knee and twist to the right side of the room, and then I'm gonna come back to the center, straighten both legs, bend the right knee, twist to the left side of the room. So you can kind of go back and forth. We only have a few seconds left. If I had more time, we would do this for like 5 more minutes because it feels so great, all right? But we don't have time. I gotta get. So offset hip hinge. Palms are down out in front of you. If you're not super flexible, keep your hands at chest height. If you're more flexible, walk forward so your hands are hip height. Right leg in front of you. Okay, hips are square, so I want you to pull your left hip forward. So hips and shoulders face the front. Big hip hinge, meaning flat back, big hip bend. You can do a little bit of a knee bend if that helps you. And then you can come back up and back down, working through some reps, or you can just stay down at the bottom the whole time. You should feel this stretch in the right hamstring, so the back part of your right leg. And all the way back up. Switch legs. Left leg forward, right foot back, all right? If you look at your back foot, sometimes the back foot wants to turn out to the side, so try to get both toes forward, okay? Stand up nice and tall, hinge from the hip, lead with the chest, and take that body forward. Now, if you've got hyperextended knees like me, my knee bends back the opposite way. I have to keep my knee bent just a little bit, and I'm trying to stick my tailbone back to the back wall because that's going to get me the most length in the back of the hamstring, okay, the back of the leg. Looking at the floor, my head's between my arms. And again, you can come up and down through this, or you can just stay at the bottom, okay? Either way, that was a great stretch. Hopefully you had a good workout. Hopefully you felt your arms, your abs, your lower body, your booty. Those are all the areas I wanted to hit today. Hopefully you feel like you got that work in, you got a good stretch in. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm sweaty. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining.